Y'all already know what time it is, man. We got these woke TikToks. Make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe to my channel. 50% of people that watch my channel aren't even subscribed. Let's go ahead and run that thing up. We could have been at 1 million yesterday. You feel me? Look, let's run it up. I appreciate y'all though. Good vibes only. Let's get into this video without further ado. Just know you going through this thing. All of us on here on this channel, you know what I'm saying? I kind of messed that up, but I'm gonna keep this in here though. Y'all feel me though? Real players mess up sometimes too. Let's get it. I'm not going down no tunnel with some shit screaming. Eating the shit out of somebody.
Why does the Pope worship a black God? This video is for all the people out there who think God is not black. I always wonder why this pops up when you search Jesus on Google. It shows a white man. But in your Bible, it clearly says that he's black. But your Pope literally bows down and prays to a black God. And that's because he knows the truth. He's a very evil person. He does very weird things, but he knows the truth. They're not stupid. Like, just watch this.
Joe did it before.
Pictures of him bowing down and kissing the feet of black men. Which I think we're crazy when we come on this app and say we're non-ether beings. We're not humans. We're gods. People dehumanized us for so long and told us we weren't even human. And ever since I had my awakening, I completely agree. We're not. We're gods and goddesses, and that's the reason we've been oppressed so heavily. I worship a book that's about black people, but was written by white people. Instead of finding the true religion we have for thousands of years, y'all say it's demonic.
Right.
Here's a mind-blowing conspiracy theory about a real-life Millennium Falcon alien spacecraft being found at the bottom of the ocean. It's called the Baltic Sea Anomaly, and it may or may not prove the existence of ultra-advanced extraterrestrial life. In June of 2011, a group of underwater explorers stumbled across a massive underwater structure laying at the bottom of the ocean just off the coast of Sweden. This strange object is over 200 feet long and 26 feet tall. And the craziest part is that the shape of this mysterious object bears a striking resemblance to the Star Wars Millennium Falcon. Researchers claimed that whenever they got too close to this mysterious object, all of their electrical equipment, including their satellite-powered phones, would completely power off and not work anymore. The mysterious structure also has what appears to be a staircase, straight lines and angles, and many other distinctively artificial features. Here's where it gets even crazier though. There's literally a 300-meter runway track on the ocean floor that leads directly up to the strange structure, leading many to speculate whether or not this may have been a UFO that crash landed into the ocean thousands of years ago. While other people have different interpretations, some people believe it to be a submerged World War II bunker, a perfectly natural geological formation, or even an ancient temple built by an ultra-advanced ancient civilization like maybe Atlantis, for example. Here's what's interesting though. In 2017, a study was conducted using samples from this strange anomaly, and it was concluded that it contained unusual metals that could not be formed through natural geological processes.
Right. You know what makes a lot of sense is, bro, like when we put our heads together, it's just crazy, man. Natural. We see what's happening in the world, how water is being displaced and moved in different places and stuff like that. We can do it the man-made way, or it can happen with nature. Nature will really force its way, because sometimes we done got to the point where we will slow down the process of Earth's evolution with all this pollution and stuff that we do. So, you know, I'm just saying though, back in the day, man, a lot of this stuff that we can't see was above ground. Just like if you look at some of these places that's full of sand, that shit used to be water. Water used to be on top of that. But water moves, man.
Tensions between Western countries and Russia and China have been growing, but what
natural geological processes?
So all I'm saying is look into Atlantis thing. I ain't gonna do everything for you.
Tensions between Western countries and Russia and China have been growing, but what if we haven't been told the full reason why? Back in 2020, an article was released claiming that Russia believed Antarctica was not what we've been told. 2 years later, Russia began mining in Antarctica despite there being a mining ban. There was even rumors at the time that they had broken the Antarctic Treaty. And just a few weeks ago, China announced that it wanted to have its own expansion to Antarctica, which is really strange when you think about the fact that Antarctica has been melting the fastest that it has in years. But maybe that's the key. Many of you have seen metallic looking objects sticking out of Arctic ice through satellite imagery, but what if those objects are ancient, advanced technologies left there from a previous civilization? And while some countries want to harvest this technology and implement it in their societies, others want to keep it locked away from the general public.
This was the day that the government was caught with the reptilian Secret Service agent in HD, and they didn't deny anything. In 2013, this footage was live streamed on television while Obama was making his speech. People noticed a weird looking Secret Service agent with green skin, and people noticed how non-human he looked, even with the color change filter on. And then when the government was confronted about having reptilian beings in the government, this is what they said to the public. Check this out. I can't confirm the claims made in this video, but any alleged program to guard the president with aliens or robots would likely have to be scaled back or eliminated in the sequester. This was said by the spokesperson for the National Security Council.
Think about it.
I literally looked for this video everywhere and couldn't find it. The only place it actually exists now is Reddit. Even websites that claim to have it, it's just a blank space like the video was taken off. This is obviously a non-human being and looks like a reptilian humanoid, and he probably is a newbie and got in trouble for failing to hide his identity while on camera. One thing is for sure, they could not hide this one. It was literally caught in HD.
When it comes to aliens, there's some things I just can't tell you.
I'm telling you, look, shit real spooky out here. Y'all remember that clip from a very long time ago. That is a very old clip, but why is it being scrubbed? Whatever.
Energy. So question, do y'all think we're living on a celestial being? Y'all stay dangerous.
So the as above, so below side of this, right? That's why I love this movie, because of the as above, so below perspective of it. So if we live on a celestial being and this being wakes up when we give it enough energy, when we hit a certain frequency, right? Our beings, us, we will not wake up and hit that frequency if the cells within us don't hit a certain frequency. You see what I'm saying? So the only way our cells and our inner world, our inner universe, our cells can wake up and wake us up and hit a certain frequency is if we receive information and energy from the celestial being. You see what I'm saying? You see how everything is connected? The celestial being will not wake up if we do not wake up. We do not wake up if our cells do not wake up. Our cells do not wake up if we don't receive the information and energy from the celestial being.
You are not the minority. You're not the minority. This is your shit. You made this, you made this, you made this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. You made this, you made this, you made this, and 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 this. You made that, you made that, them two, that two, that three, that four. You made that, you made that, you made that, and that,
Yeah.
and that,
Yeah.
and that, and that. You made that,
Yeah.
Not this, not this, and not that, and not this, and not this, not this, not that.
That shit is lit. I ain't gonna lie.
We've got more
That got me
updates on
hyped.
the object that was shot down over Alaska, and it's apparently leaning more towards being a UFO rather than another spy balloon. Many people are already starting to believe that this is just one of many encounters that we'll see in the future. I want you to check out a clip and let me know what you think in the comments.
The Pentagon still knows little about the object. It is now sitting on the Arctic ice, waiting to be recovered. A senior official describes it to ABC as cylindrical and silverish gray. Military says the object was unmanned, and we are told it appeared to be floating, not being steered or propelled like the Chinese spy balloon. No word on who sent this object up or what it was doing.
All right, let's talk about so-called hair, if that's what you want to call it. Because if you are not either being God or goddess, you really don't have hair, but we're going to jump into it. Walking around calling our ether or roots or antennas, you feel me? We get downloads with these, but we calling this hair, but it's really not even hair. The definition of hair is any of the fine thread-like strands growing from the skin of humans, mammals, and some other animals. Last time I checked, we don't have any animal DNA in us at all. This is hair right here. A lot of y'all goddesses walk around trying to get it like this for some reason. You have so many different options of your natural ether you can get that looks unique actually. Let me pop up a couple images for y'all real quick. You got a goddess right here with her natural ether, you feel me? And it really looks unique, like nobody else can get it like that. A natural fro right here, a natural fro, you feel me? And it look unique and nice. They have animal DNA flowing all around through them, you feel me? They genetically spliced with 4 different animals. So that's why it falls straight down and ours just defies gravity and goes straight up to the cosmos. This is another goddess right here with her natural ether, her natural roots, her antennas, her locks, you feel me? Like, we need to start really calling the hair because, like, we must know the power of words. A lot of people like to think, oh, it's just a lot of hair just growing from your, you feel me, your crown chakra is just hair, don't really mean nothing. But we actually get a lot of downloads with our ether, our roots, our antennas. The longer you let it grow and just let it be natural, the more downloads you can receive, you feel me? What I want to know is this. Malcolm, I'm going to let you take it away.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair?
The fact that our roots, our ether, antennas look so different, why would I want to try to make it look like, you feel me, like theirs, like, you feel me, the W people. We also must understand the power of our locks, our ether, our roots, our antennas. So I'm going to let Rashad take it away real quick. Y'all watch this video.
The other reason they don't want you wearing your hair long is because it connects you to nature. The more you let your matted hair, matted ether, the more you let your matted ether grow, it holds all this electricity and energy. See, this is why we wore our hair like that. And we are magnets, magnetism. So this makes you more magnetic. Your hair makes everything about you. It's like your locks is like crystals. Your locks is just like wearing motherfucking crystals. You know what I'm saying? Your locks or your afro, and you let your hair just grow out, braids, locks. Goddess is just natural hair. When you let your hair just grow naturally, then you have to do nothing to it. Just let it be natural though. Okay, how you style it? You can style it however you want to style it. You need to have some ether on your motherfucking crown chakra, my nigga. Especially with all this light coating they're doing. Because then if you got ether, it helps protect you against it, especially if you're aware. The longer my ether get, the more powerful I become, the more tapped in I become with everything, with all of nature. Everything be attracted to. So then look, when you go in the military, they program the fuck out you, right? And notice, what do the military do? Yeah. Shave their hair.
Yep.
They understand the signs of you, man.
Yeah.
They understand the signs of you.
Another thing about that too, man, like they understood in the military too as well. Like if we cut our facial hair, especially with a certain type of curl like mine, it'll curl back up into my skin and it'll make my skin instantly start looking like a fucking star crunch, right? It'll just start pussing up and getting bumps everywhere, and that can really damage your face. Ain't give a fuck though. Like, but if you get a shaving waiver, they consider you to be a dirtbag. But why even let me into the military if that's gonna be a part of the problem? You just wanted, you just thought you was gonna be able to make me do whatever you wanted to and to permanently damage my face, but that wasn't gonna be the case. You feel me? But they consider you a dirtbag for real if you have facial hair, man, within the military. Crazy, right? That's the type of stuff that used to like get to me, stuff like that. And it just seemed like nobody really wanted to try to understand your situation because it didn't happen to them. But they want to make a rule that will gravely affect you. And I was one of those people.
Was filmed.
But they want to take that away. They want everything. They want to control it. You couldn't have dreads, none of that.
6,000 feet deep. Why does it have hands? Where is it going?
Looks like Shadow Monster from Stranger Things.
These are the signs that you need to detox your body. Being excessively fatigued. You wake up tired or sluggish throughout your day. This chronic lack of energy makes completing your daily responsibilities feel impossible. A proper detox will make you feel like a new person on the inside and outside. Your body will function better and boost your energy throughout the day. Acne is another sign you need to detox. When toxins overload your body, they try to escape through your face. A good detox will help clear your skin. If your weight is not optimal for your health, you need to detox. Eliminating toxins will help you lose weight and boost your metabolism. If you get sick easily or very often, you need to detox. A system congested with toxins will not function properly. A detox frees up your organs to function the way that they should, which gives your immune system a boost. If you're stressed out, toxins impair your mental capacity and eventually reach your nervous system. This leads to bad sleeping patterns, anxiety, depression, lack of focus, irritability, and brain fog. You can't think clearly. If you have hot, stinky, gross, disgusting, you need a detox. Like, I'm not talking about morning breath. I'm talking that it's 3 o'clock and you brushed your teeth this morning. Why is your mouth musty? Type rancid and horrible breath comes from a backed up colon. When you detox, you clean out your colon and digestive system. After a detox, you will have an improved sense of overall well-being. I'm going to upload a video of my high vibrational diet that I use to stay detoxed and stay healthy.
Hey, that's why they call it talking shit. Y'all go follow this man. Real talk. You speaking from your ass. For real, for real. Making an ass of yourself.
Here is 3 common misconceptions about extraterrestrials that you should know. Right away, the first one is that their characteristics can be judged by their looks. This one is a very primitive concept that humans have that we've done for so long, so it's kind of in our culture to do this, but you can't do this with ETs because so many reptilians are good and so many human-looking ones are bad, so you can't really judge them by their looks. Don't forget that the universe is full of so many different types of beings with different variations of their own species, different ways of living and cultures and languages. Honestly, you'd be surprised to hear this, but majority of the reptilian species are actually positive. But it's weird because majority of the dark forces is led by reptilians. So it's like the dark reptilians are setting a bad rep for the entire reptilian gene pool. Number 2, all extraterrestrials
sound familiar, right?
are spiritual. Nope. All of them are aware of the grander being, the universal consciousness, psychic abilities, and all of that, but not all of them want to affiliate with this type of living. Some of them are what we would call anti-cosmos, which they have something really against the creator and the universal being that we live in, and so they want to use technology to do what spirituality can do. Remember, there is no good or bad, only different vibrations and ways of living. So the dark forces would consider love bad, just like how we would consider darkness bad.
That's
but
crazy,
they just rather a lower vibration way of living, so they're against anything related to the universal consciousness. As you can see here, different vibrations, different lifestyles, ways of living, all of that. Number 3 is that all of them have everything figured out, and this is a huge misconception. Yes, most of them have evolved thousands or millions of years beyond us, but this doesn't mean that they have no challenges or that they're not searching for more knowledge about the universe. It's just like how people think rich people have no challenges or are happy the rest of their lives, but they're not different than all the other humans, they just have different challenges. Extraterrestrials are amazing, and get ready because the government is already announcing so much about them, and even more is coming out this year.
Right. Y'all see all them disclosures on Fox, all that. I predicted this years ago. My family would tell you, man, I've been telling them that this was going to happen. I seen things happen behind the scenes and everything. I seen all the signs. I've been there. Y'all, real talk. You talking about somebody that was at the source and seen some shit. Yeah.
There are many ancient souls that are walking around this planet with dormant DNA that is waiting to be awakened. This DNA has been labeled as junk DNA, but there is nothing junk about your DNA. And when you begin to tap into your dormant DNA, you will begin to understand that you have ancestors that span across the universe. There are many ancient souls that have damaged DNA from experiencing extensive traumas within their life, with your DNA being very responsive to the energetic vibration in which you resonate at. And those low energetic frequencies that we experience through trauma is what damages our DNA. One of the most potent ways to heal your damaged DNA is through frequencies, with frequencies like 528 Hertz being able to heal your DNA. And once you begin to heal your damaged DNA, you will then be able to tap into the dormant DNA you have. With the only reason that your DNA is dormant is because you have not had the right vibrational frequency to activate it.
I like that. I like that.
Look at this, y'all. Don't blink or you might miss it. Don't blink or you might miss it. Did you see it?
I'm about to blink, bruh.
You missed it.
Oh, I see.
Come back again.
Right there. Look. Somewhere right there, yeah.
What is that? Yeah, let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Fuck it, right in there. Wow. Ooh. Pause it.
Look at that. Here it is as a still image right there. Look at this.
Yeah, I see that joint, right? I ain't tripping.
They're all around us all the time. But that's Project Bluebeam.
Right. Hey, real talk though. Being in the air, that's why they gotta move so fast in the air, man. I don't think it's fair for them to be scaring shit out of people in the planes though. Like, we seen the movies, man. I only hope though, like, I'm not on a plane when shit go crazy and you start to see it like you see the shit on the movies. That's like my worst fear. Be for real with you. If I have a fear in me, is that I'm not in control of that. Give me a parachute, bro. I'm good with a parachute. I'm gonna start traveling with a parachute. Shit go down, cut the engine, I'm jumping out. That's what they at least should let people do. How y'all feel about that? Or eject us through the center. Let us have a fighting chance. Because if you stay on this big ass sausage and it hit the ground like that, you're gonna splatter everywhere. You feel me? That sausage with wings. That's what you want.
The theory that we live in a simulation, generally we think about us being plugged up to a computer somewhere while our consciousness is in a false reality that we think is real. But there is a new theory that's been going around in regards to the simulation theory that's a little bit strange. As some of y'all might remember, I talked about the theory that there is two suns in the sky, one being our natural sun and the other being an artificial sun that was placed there. I pulled up a patent that was filed in 1961 called an illumination system, which was created with the intention of simulating sunlight, moonlight, and earthlight. And I was sent another patent that was filed in 1960 that's called a solar simulator, which according to line 3 is meant to be an artificial sun that is supposed to be the approximate intensity of the sun. This theory states that instead of us being plugged into some matrix or simulation mentally, we are here physically with the matrix or simulation itself built all the way around our world and the real sun, stars, and moon above this simulation. There has been many videos of strange anomalies like the sky appearing to have two separate shades of blue in a completely straight line, the sky being blue and then appearing to turn off, people hearing very loud machine-like noises coming from the sky. And even a video of an apparent glitch in the matrix where if you look close enough, it appears to have the same hexagonal designs as the patents from earlier. Now this theory could definitely be a stretch, but leave a like and let me know what you think in the comments.
Let's talk about the Anunnaki, the Cabal, and the science behind it. The Anunnaki are the beings that originally created humans out of their own genetic material and that of the ape hominids that were already on Earth to create slave labor and later mercenaries. They're from a planet called Nibiru that is within our solar system that circles around every 3,600 years. This was all considered myth and legend until Caltech researchers at the University of Bern in 2015 found mathematical evidence of a giant planet circling an unusual orbit within our solar system, and they named it Planet X. So this is not a conspiracy to science. Before they left Earth, we worshipped them as gods, and they wanted that. But the return of the Anunnaki is considered a wild card that concerns national security agencies because they're unaware of how the Anunnaki are going to impact global humanity. This is the thing, these beings have a whole regulatory mechanism to basically manage humanity and keep us at a certain level of consciousness and advancement. They are actually competing with the reptilians and play a huge role in the creation of elite organizations run by privileged families in Europe loyal to the Anunnaki. These organizations are led by secret societies like the Cabal. Those secret societies compete with US organizations that focus on the transferring of extraterrestrial technology with humans. There's been a lot happening on Earth that's been hidden from the populace for a very long time, but don't worry because we're in the middle of disclosure and it's happening more and more each day.
Right. And at the top, what you're gonna see, what these people been rapping about in their music and stuff, you're gonna see, watch. I ain't gonna give it away, I'm gonna keep going.
Our hair. Y'all want a part 2 on this? No cap.
A German-based biotechnology engineer recently released this video depicting what he considers to be the future of all humanity. The video shows hundreds of artificial wombs and growth pods that are being called ectolife chambers. And these chambers are designed to replicate the exact conditions that exist inside of a mother's uterus. Each pod uses artificial intelligence to monitor and track all of the baby's physical and biological data. And then it relays that information to the respective parents using an app on their phone. The app will also offer a 24/7 high-resolution live video feed of the baby and the ability to choose what music the baby will listen to and what frequencies will be fed to the baby during its development. Each pod will be equipped with a 360-degree camera on top of the baby's head that will grant the parent the ability to use virtual reality headsets to see what the baby sees and to hear what the baby hears. The parents will also receive an ectolife haptic feedback vest that will replicate the baby's movements and even its kicks. If the parents choose the ectolife Elite package, they will have the opportunity to use the CRISPR gene editing tool to genetically engineer the baby's genes, customizing its eye color, hair color, skin tone, physical strength, height, and level of intelligence. We are not only living in a dystopian sci-fi world, but we are inching our way closer and closer to Neo's Matrix.
Y'all understand what that is?
"2023 just got even crazier, Part 4. Firstly, just yesterday, the US military shot down an unknown flying object off the coast of Alaska because it posed a threat to civilian flight. It was flying at an altitude of 40,000 feet in the air, but they did say this unidentified object was about the size of a small car. Next, scientists have just discovered that a huge chunk of the sun has broken off, and it started circulating in a huge vortex around the sun's north pole. I mean, this sounds absolutely crazy, but it's something that we really shouldn't be worried about. Now, a new bill was just proposed in Massachusetts that says it would let inmates trade their organs for a reduced sentence in prison. But do you all think this is right? Finally, we really are living in the future. NASA is currently building humanoid robots that can go to the moon and help do tasks that us humans are not capable of.
This was actually a true story.
So you got robots that's gonna take over all y'all jobs, and you got machines that are gonna take over the process of giving birth, and you're gonna pick out all the ingredients to raise your pet, because that's not a kid anymore. That's a damn pet. That's a fucking abomination, bro. Like that's not how it's supposed to be. You know, like I got a big problem with that, but you know, just my opinion though. How y'all feel about that in the comments down below? Are y'all doing that? Women, are y'all on board with taking away that natural process to save your body stress? I think you're gonna lose all attachments to genders. You're not gonna have that connection with your kid anymore because you're not gonna have that bonding of having or him or her in, because that's the only two, him or her in your womb, nurturing them. Like you're gonna lose that bonding, that naturalness to it. That's wild for me.
There was some type of creature washed up in South Africa. These guys went over there doing an exploration. I'm gonna show this little clip. Whatever it was hit their vehicle while they was underwater. The government got behind it and shut them people down so fast. And I'm gonna show this clip again in a little more closer fashion.
And I'm glad they caught that, because it shows us that there's something down there. There's probably an entire civilization down there.
Remember the clip they showed the lake that's down there too?
Another unidentified object was taken
and spacecrafts that we covered in this video in the water. Put it all together, people.
Down over Canada, which would make this the second one in under 24 hours. The first object was a silver cylinder-like object that was taken down over Alaska. And some people have raised concern, believing that we're getting a strange amount of updates in regards to UFOs or strange phenomena in general. Check it out real quick.
It's been collected in multiple sites around the world.
A few of the samples have defied analysis by leading scientists who say they don't know how the material was engineered, or why, or by whom.
Now, some of this meta material was allegedly collected in connection with UFO incidents, which gives the whole endeavor another worldly glow.
Now, some people are starting to believe that mainstream media is being a little too transparent about all the UFO activity and sightings recently, which has led to a theory that the general public is being desensitized in preparation for a major reveal or event coming in the near future.
Everything's pointing in that direction, huh?
5 daily things you could do to step into your power. Number 1, sun gazing. If you haven't heard about sun gazing by now, I don't know what to tell you. You are behind and you should start. The sun literally detoxifies you, energizes you, gives you downloads, and overall help you align yourself energetically. Number 2, drink alkaline water. This is what alkaline water does for you. Damn near everything. Alkaline water flushes out those toxins in our body that we don't need. Like I always say, this stuff is on Google. Number 3, grounding. When you put your 2 feet on the earth, you're literally taking negative energy out of your body and refilling it with positive energy. It's on Google, man. Grounding is a therapeutic technique that involves doing activities that ground or electrically reconnect you to earth. But if y'all seen me doing this, y'all look at me crazy. Number 4,
right,
meditation. A lot of people make this harder than what it is. I got a hella videos on meditation, so I'm not gonna dive too deep into it. And last but not least, be yourself. This is the most important.
Like and follow for people.
Right. That's I be out grounded and look, it be 120 degrees outside. People be looking like, what the fuck is this black man? Because I be the only person outside. Nobody come outside in the summer or when the sun is out here. And I be the only person outside. Me and my people, we be out there standing in the grass grounding, and they be creeped out.
Scientists in the U.S. Navy have stated that we have crystals within our pineal gland and psychic abilities are real. This document from scientists in the Netherlands states that the crystals within this gland vibrate, which changes the physiology of the gland, and overall, this gland is sensitive to magnetic fields and light. Look at this, it says right here, we are currently planning a study on the effects of global system for mobile waves on these microcrystals in cellular culture and their influence on the pineal body physiology. And then check this out, down here it says the RF EMF electrical component interaction with the crystals could induce a morphological modification of the crystals, a vibration depending on the EMF frequency. This morphological change, even tiny, could involve a modification of their cellular environment by a localized modification of the cellular membrane of related cells. So to sum it up, it's saying that these affect our pineal gland's function and capabilities. Now, don't forget that the US Navy in a 2003 declassified document stated that consciousness, energy, astral projection, and psychic abilities are all real. So really, when you're opening your third eye, you're just making your pineal gland more receptive to energy, enhancing your psychic abilities. Also, don't forget that fluoride calcifies the gland. And fluoride's in everything from our water, toothpaste. Who do you think orchestrated this? So at this point, if you still don't believe in this stuff, you have a problem, because none of this is a conspiracy theory anymore. It's science. Because you already know there's gonna be people here like, oh, Source, trust me, bro, mommy, it's not real. I guess some people just will never believe no matter what. If you want these documents for yourself, check out my story highlight on Instagram.
Right. See, look, it's crazy. Those type of moments right there when people be like, oh, these people are full of shit, this and that. That's because you're not connected. And your levels, you ain't vibrating on that level yet. But someday, hopefully, I'll be rooting for people. Hopefully you get there in your lifetime, or you gonna come back and do this shit all over again and be a low vibrational person in the next life. So let's get it together. You might come back as a dog or some shit.
The ancient Egyptians were not polytheistic. What we learn about Greek and Roman mythology will have you assuming that multiple gods means polytheistic. The ancient Egyptians believed in multiple gods that stem from one supreme being. These gods and goddesses are called the Neteru. The Neteru stems from Neter, which is the supreme being. Kemetic spirituality teaches that there is one supreme being that expresses itself through the Neteru. Simply put, this is not polytheism. The Neteru are expressions of one supreme being. And they wanted to make this very clear by putting in their book Coming Forth a Day multiple times. One God, only one without a second, one. To say that ancient Egyptian or Kemetic spirituality is polytheistic is just not accurate.
This is how the energy of food affects your spiritual vibration. Our entire reality is made of energy. Food is no exception. Your body literally uses what it eats to reconstruct and replace itself. So whether you know it or not, the spirit of the food you eat becomes the spirit of your whole body. Food directly affects your mental and emotional well-being. So to keep your energetic frequency high vibrational emotions and thoughts, you need to detox your body and eat high vibrational foods. You can detox by drinking more water. Water regulates your body temperature, aids in digestion, helps lubricate your joints, and detoxifies the body by removing waste. Eat antioxidant-rich foods like berries. Antioxidants protect your cells from damage against molecules called free radicals. Oxidative stress is what happens when the body produces excess free radicals. Give your body's detox and excretion system a boost by consuming probiotic and prebiotic foods. Your gut is your second brain, and those are the keys to a healthy gut. Lemon tea every morning on an empty stomach, but I prefer banana lime with turmeric and ginger. And before I detox, I always make sure I give my body a day to clean itself out naturally. No alcohol, no sugar and processed food, no junk, no bullshit. Now pause to read. These are the high vibrational and low vibrational food lists. Now this concept is more of a lifestyle than a diet. It's simply eating whole foods unprocessed.
It's easier, that type of stuff right there. Y'all be asking me to diet and stuff. My diet, it's easier to do these things when you keep it simple, you know? Like keep simple ingredients, but you have to come up right here how you gonna, like, all right, for instance, if you're making oatmeal, right? If you want to eat oatmeal, what are you gonna sweeten your oatmeal with? So you can do certain things. Take everything at your own risk. Like if you use almond milk, okay, use almond milk. I say don't, if you use any type of milk, don't use cow's milk, animal milk. That's gross, first of all. That's pus. And it has blood in it. But whatever. Some people are still gonna do it regardless because they're savages, I guess. But almond milk, and then you can sweeten it with stuff like, you know, you can have some fruits, or you can do honey. Do natural honey at that. Just make everything natural, and you'll see the difference in your diet doing stuff like that. I'm not saying that this is the you know, the best thing for you, but I'm saying it's a better option than what most people are currently doing, you know? Just give y'all a little chicken nugget right there, you know, a little nugget. But keep it simple, simple ingredients. You'll get used to it.
There is no coincidence if you've been experiencing heavy deja vu. When you experience deja vu, it is when two realities simultaneously align with each other. And deja vu also serves as a portal that allows you to shift your timeline. And beings that are heavily tapped into the spiritual realm often have dreams that play out in their reality. And that deja vu is known as precognition. And these beings at CERN are trying to understand the complexity in which it takes to travel to different dimensions. And they're trying to collide particles in order to open up different dimensions. And then beginning to try to open these alternate dimensions begun with the Mandela effect. And that's why people have different recollections on how these characters looked. And if you're paying attention, then that's why they've been diving so deep into quantum physics and parallel realities. Because they don't understand the divine complexity in which this stuff takes place. We are multi-dimensional beings that are existing in an infinite number of realities.
Message.
It was always daytime because we had two suns. The darkest it would get would be maybe the sky would get purple. You know, think about an Arizona sunset or a sunset in the summertime. How the sky turns that purplish hue, right? That's how dark it would get. And it was always warm. Our planet is warm. The galaxy is warm. Even when you travel out into space, it's warm. It's cold. It's not cold anywhere except for the planet of Nern, which is also located in a far-off galaxy within this universe. All right. Nern is where human beings were created at by our brother Zeus, or Satan, Yakub, Marduk, Prometheus, Enki, Enlil, whatever you want to call them. Same person, same entity. All right. On their planet, they do not have any suns, which is why it's a frozen planet. It's always cold. So cool air strengthens human beings.
Word. So look, check this out. I got something for y'all. So this is something that they tell us. And this is stuff I think about when I just be chilling. You know, it just hit me. You know, stuff like this. So imagine how they say that the sun is heating this planet up, you know, is giving us the solar radiation and whoop-de-whoop-whoop, right? Then you see on the movies how when they go to outer space and say, for instance, that the glass on their mask could crack and then all that air from the outside to get in or whatever, and they freeze. They turn into glass and freeze and shit, right? But isn't the sun in between us and that outer space that they be in, right? But how is it warm on this planet and not outside the planet somewhere that's closer to the sun? Y'all get what I'm saying? So why is it not warm in between there? It's just warm here? Oh, so it's just, oh, so the, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. So somebody please do explain, you know, like the math just don't be mathing, people. We're not complete idiots, you know. We might be wrong on some points, but come on now. Really think about it. But look, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Y'all got something from it. Hopefully, you know, we're doing better, cleaning up our diets, you know what I'm saying, sticking to it, you know what I'm saying, absorbing this information, deciphering what's real. Go out here and find real actual facts, documents, whatever you want to call it, and do your research, man. Check your genealogy, man, and you know what I'm saying, get right with yourself, man. We got to raise our vibrations, people. We only need 13% to get it together. But look, that's enough of this. I see you on the next video, and like I always say, spread love, because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. I see you on the next video, and I'm out though. Bye.